Boom! I'm back. We're gonna look at a document that Jay sent me. It's called Personality and Spirituality. It's Reincarnation, the 35 Steps of Soul Evolution. That should be very interesting. I haven't read it. It's the first time I read it with you. It should be very interesting. According to many spiritual teachers, all human beings are, in reality, spiritual beings on a human journey. We reincarnate as human beings in order to evolve as souls. Our ultimate aim is to become fully conscious and capable as unique individuals' expressions of all that is. Of all that is. Hold on, problem with my clip. Here, I'm going to put you there. It's a long journey, but that's okay because the soul is eternal. The soul is eternal. Soul evolution. The soul's journey is really a process of evolving. This means growing in consciousness, steadily progressing through different levels or stages of consciousness. How do we grow in consciousness? How do we grow in consciousness? Through taking on challenging experiences in physical form. These cause us to make important soul-searching choices and call upon to discover our inner resources. But why in physical form? Why would a perfectly happy spiritual being decide to inhabit the physical realm with all of its limitations and difficulties? It is precisely so that we can experience the state of what feels like total separation from others and from the rest of reality. Only by going into this physical, separated human form can we know ourselves as being in our own right, and not just as well undifferentiated blobs of energy. Being physical throws our experiences and choices into extremely sharp relief in a way that is not possible otherwise. This is how we learn who we are and how to become all that we are. In other words, choice and the ramification of choice provide the essential lessons of life. In a very real sense, you choose to be here in order to make choices. The 35 steps. We are here to know ourselves and be all that we can be step by step. And according to the teachings of the entity known as Michael, there are 35 steps to the reincarnational process. The body and personality you have now are merely the vehicles you have chosen for this latest step in your journey. But why 35 steps? Why not 36 steps, or 10, or 100? It is simply because, according to Michael, we go through 5 major stages of evolution through reincarnation. And within each stage, there are 7 increments or levels to be completed. Yes, it is rather like a computer game. Stage. You have the infant soul, the baby soul, the young soul, the mature soul, and the old soul. Yeah, probably an old soul. And all these stages have level of each stage, the first, second, third, fifth, sixth, and seventh stage. Each single step requires a whole lifetime to complete. In fact, each step usually requires more than one lifetime. Typically, the entire journey of 35 steps takes well over 100 lifetimes. So let's look at the journey in more details. We'll start with the 5 major stages of soul evolution through reincarnation. The 5 stages. The Michael teaching describe a sequence of 5 cycles or stages of soul evolution. They are named after the stages of human development. Stage 1. Stage 1, the infant soul. Stage 2, the baby soul, also known as child soul. Stage 3, the young soul. Stage 4, the mature soul. And stage 5, the old soul. Each of these 5 steps, each of these 5 correspondent to a specific level of development in capability and self-awareness within the individual soul. As the soul goes through each stage, the focus changes, more experience is gained, and consciousness expands. Incidentally, the same pattern of soul evolution has been identified by the hypnotherapist Michael Newton. His groundbreaking research was published in the best-selling book Journey of Souls, Case Studies of Life Between Lives. The book by Newton and his student draw upon thousands of transcripts of people who, under hypnotic regression, have re-experienced being between lives. From the higher perspective of their soul, they are able to explain what happens after death and before birth. This includes information about the levels of consciousness through which reincarnating souls evolve. What Newton and others have discovered is that souls between lives exist in light form, and that each soul emanates a particular color of the spectrum which indicates its current level of consciousness. The spectrum being at white, all colors, but then goes through red, yellow, green, blue, to deep purple and violet, from low frequency to high frequency. The least evolved souls, the newbies, have a pinkish hue. The oldest souls, those nearing the end of the whole reincarnation cycle, have a bluish hue. Hue, man. Hue. Yeah. The light. Although the spectrum is a continuum, Dr. Newton has found that it can be divided into 5 distinct stages or levels of evolvement. From level 1 to level 5, these can be mapped onto the 5 stages given at the Michael's teaching, from infant soul to old soul. So, for example, souls in the middle or 3rd stage of reincarnation are referred to as young souls in the Michael teaching, and they are at what Newton would call level 3. This will have a yellowish or golden hue. As an aside, both Newton and the Michael's entity also identify higher levels of soul's evolution which do not involve reincarnation. The stages of reincarnation, or soul age, can also be linked to the stages of metamorphosis we see in nature, such as egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, butterfly. In reincarnation, though, what changes is not the physical form, but the mode of consciousness, especially the form of self-awareness, and as a result, the way of relating to others. Soul age. Soul age affects how an individual lives, thinks, acts, and comes across to others. Stage 1. Infant souls. Infant souls focus on immediate survival needs. They flourish in simple environment close to nature, such as remote tribes or rural pastoral settings. In the context of modern society, however, they can come across as uncivilized, simpleton, or yokels, and may even be deemed to be psychopathic or have some sort of development disorder. I'll be back.